What is up, my Pika crew? This is the ThePikaWu, and welcome to another black and white Wi-Fi battle. This one's going to be an OU match against a guy called Noit Emanation. I kind of mispronounce his name, don't really know how to pronounce it. He does have a YouTube channel, he doesn't post videos, but I'll put a link in the description below, you guys can check him out anyways. Now, I got a battle with him through my battle exclusive Skype username, and I will be doing battles and accepting battles only through that Skype username, so be sure to check out this link or annotation to check out how to get a Wi-Fi battle with me and how to get my Skype battle username. But now onto the team preview. As you can see on my team, I'm running a Delibird, and Delibird, it's an NU Pokemon. No one really knows what it does, but it is freaking awesome, and I'm gonna use it in the match. Don't care if it dies in one hit or not, I'm using it. On my opponent's side, he's got a lot of big threats. As you can see, he's got the Jirachi, Starmie, Tyranitar, and Volcarona. And Volcarona, if I'm not careful, if he weakens my defensive Pokemon like Landorus and Jellicent, then he might be able to sweep my entire team with Volcarona. So I've got to be very, very careful. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to leave a like, especially for Delibird, because he is an absolute monster. So yeah, enjoy. So I'm going to lead off with my Landorus, anticipating him to either lead off with his Scizor or Tyranitar. I know I can counter both of those Pokemon because I have the Intimidate ability, and then as they switch out, I can get the Stealth Rocks up freely. But he's actually going to lead off with the Jirachi, and I'm kind of scared out by the Ice Punch. He could be a Choice Scarf set, and I know after the Intimidate ability I can live the 4x super effective Ice Punch, but I don't want to lose too much HP too early. And I think it's definitely more worth it to switch out than to stay in to take an Ice Punch just to set up Stealth Rocks. So now I'm actually going to bring in my Ferrothorn on the U-turn. He has a really good counter, and that is his Volcarona. And he's going to make a series of very good plays by luring me out. Since I don't really want him setting up, I want to bring in my Jellicent to counter his Volcarona. He's actually going to predict this, and he's going to trap me with his Tyranitar. And that was an amazing play because Jellicent is a vital Pokemon to have alive late game, since it is probably my best counter to his Volcarona. And now that he's trapped my Jellicent and he's going to take down my Jellicent in the first few turns of the battle, his Volcarona just became a massive threat to my team. So because my Jellicent is going to get taken down by his Pursuit, I have to maintain my Landorus at a very high HP, and I have to maintain my Infernape at a very high HP because Volcarona carries Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz, Fire type move, and then it might carry Hidden Power Ice, or Giga Drain, or Hurricane. So I want to scout what his last move is. So that means I have to keep both my Infernape and my Landorus at a high amount of HP. But now that he's taken down my Jellicent, I'm just going to bring in my counter. I'm going to bring in my Landorus, and I'm just going to go ahead and go for the U-turn. I could have potentially went for the Stealth Rocks as he switched out, but I wasn't sure if he's going to bring in his own Landorus to counter my Landorus, or if he was going to bring in his Starmie. And if he did bring in the Starmie, getting a U-turn off would have been really amazing, would have got a lot of damage. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring in my Delibird, the man, the MVP, going to go for the Focus Punch predicting the switch. Choice Banded, Hustle Boosted, bam, it does like 75%, actually it does around like 65% against his Scizor, which is really nice damage considering the fact that Scizors usually carry max HP. So that was very, very impressive. Really glad that Delibird at least did something before it dies. So yeah, he's just going to go ahead and go for the U-turn, trying to get the switch initiative as I bring in my own Landorus. Now he's going to bring in his Starmie. Starmie's a really great counter against my Landorus, and he's going to force me out. And unfortunately for me, this puts me at a pickle because he has most of the control now, and he can either go for the Ice Beam, the Hydro Pump, or he can double, predicting me to bring in Ferrothorn, and then he can bring in the Volcarona. And I don't want that to happen. I want to avoid Volcarona as much as possible, and I need to set up Stealth Rocks so Volcarona isn't a big threat. So what I did was I brought in my Hydreigon because I can take a Hydro Pump, I can take an Ice Beam although I don't want to, and if he wants to bring in the Volcarona predicting my Ferrothorn, then I can counter him. I'm just going to go ahead and fire off a Draco Meteor because I know nothing on his team wants to take it. His Jirachi's probably Scarf, so it's not going to take it well as well. and he's just gonna lose his Starmie, which is really good because if I get my Stealth Rocks up, then Volcarona will not be a threat because he won't be able to spin away the rocks. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my Infernape as he sets up a Quiver Dance because I want to scout what his 4th move is. I want to scout if he carries the Hidden Power Ice or if he carries the Hurricane. So if he didn't carry the Hurricane, then I would be able to manage this Volcarona with my Infernape, but unfortunately for me, he does carry it. He's going to be able to connect despite the shaky accuracy, and he is going to take me out. But now that I know his 4th move, he does not have Hidden Power Ice, I know I can live at least a +1 Fiery Dance, +1 Fire Blast, whatever he wants to dish out, because I am at almost full HP, and I can pretty much take him out with an Earthquake. He actually switches out, and he brings in the Jirachi on the switch, which was a very odd play. I didn't know why he wanted to bring in Jirachi against a very obvious Earthquake. Maybe he wanted to fodder his Jirachi, but I thought it would be smart just to fodder off his burned Tyranitar instead of his Jirachi, but I'm not really complaining because that was really beneficial for me. So now he brings in the Landorus, and I'm thinking this is a perfect opportunity to bring in Delibird, because believe it or not, Delibird is going to be a counter against his Landorus since I carry the 4x super effective Ice Punch, and bam, I'm going to take him out, 1-hit KO. The reason why he stayed in was probably because he thought I was going to over-predict, and that really helped me out, because not only does Delibird hit a Focus Blast, he also kills a Landorus. He's an absolute boss. But Scissors is going to be a threat. He's probably going to go for the Bullet Punch to revenge kill me, and that's not good. So I'm just going to bring in my Landorus, pull off the Intimidate so his Bullet Punch won't be doing much, and then I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks on the switch because he still has that Volcarona lurking in the back of his team, and I want to keep that manageable. So he's going to bring in the Tyranitar, probably just to leave as death fodder to take the Earthquake. So this is good because I am going to get my Stealth Rocks up, and then I'm going to outspeed and take him out with the U-turn. And I'm going to bring in my MVP. I'm going to bring in the one, the only, the Delibird, and let's see if I can get some more kills. Since both his Scizor and both his Volcarona is at a low amount of health, I'm thinking I might be able to just Ice Shard both of those Pokemon to death. So let's see. Ice Shard, let's see if I can get the kill. I know Volcarona has no defenses, but he's going to live with 14 unfortunately, and he's going to take me out with a Bug Buzz. But Delibird did good, especially against all these OUs. He did amazing. And yeah, Volcarona is going to get taken down, and his last Pokemon, I believe, is his Scizor. So that is going to be the match. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, a favorite, and a comment, especially for that Delibird. And stay tuned for the comment question of the day. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, feel free to join the Pika crew by subscribing. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.